Hello again, and welcome to this lecture in which I will cover the topic of reinforcing the store image using lines and shapes. Just as we learned about the action triggers of influence as subliminal tools affecting purchasing decisions, we will now focus on the other subliminal elements of retail store design. In this case, we will study the effect of simple outline shapes and lines on a typical shopper's perception of a retail store. Dr. Betty Edwards is an award-winning professor of art, and she is most famous for her book, Drawing on the Right Side of the Brain. However, today we will focus on her other book entitled Drawing on the Artist Within. One of the studies Dr. Edwards made relates to the concept of universal recognition of certain lines and shapes representing human emotions. She worked with her students and asked them to make simple drawings of a given emotion, like peace, power, or depression. Having done that, she analyzed the results, and she found that there was a remarkable consistency in the drawings of the students. She has done this exercise many times with many groups of people, and the results remain consistent. For this lecture, I have created drawings which depict the consensus of student sketches to permit us to explore the effect of Dr. Edwards' work as it impacts on the design of stores. What emotion do you sense when you view this simple drawing? Anger, power, joy, peace, or depression? Don't overthink it. Just pick one in your mind. Got it? Okay. And the answer is joy. Let's do another. How about this drawing? Anger, power, peace, or depression? The answer to this one is anger. One more, hopefully to confirm the thesis. Is this drawing depicting power, peace, or depression? Well, if you guessed correctly, you guessed depression. That black pool of nothing represents the consensus of all the students' drawings for the emotion of depression. Okay, so how does this relate to store design? I suggest that within many storefront elevations, the outline of the lines and shapes will reveal an emotion. And ideally, this emotion will relate to the store image which the client wants to project to the world. Let's test it out with some examples. Of course, this is my interpretation of the underlying geometric elements. In my view, I see a correlation between the little sketches in Dr. Edwards' study and these photos of storefronts. The first emotion sketch on the left is joy. The store is a popular priced jewelry shop which exhibits some very playful elements. The squiggles and dots in the drawing look similar to the banner details, ornamentation, and show windows of the store. And thankfully, since I designed this store, the concept of joy is fully congruent with the intended image of the store. The second emotion sketch on the right is anger. Anger would not often be an emotion related to a store image, but possibly this is a recording studio for heavy metal rock bands. In fact, this appears to be a multiplex theater. The subliminal drawing on the left depicts the emotion of power. The image of a store below is, in my opinion, similar to the drawing, and I would think this image fits well with this retailer. The right drawing depicts the emotion of depression. I would doubt that this is the intended image of the retailer, but this is, after all, only my impression of the store as it relates to the little drawing. I'll leave it to you to judge whether my suggestion is correct or not. The final example is the emotion of peace. In all of Betty Edwards' students' drawings, this concept of horizontal wavy lines looking like little waves on a summer pond was consistent. Here are a couple of examples of the use of the lines of peace which are integrated into the architecture of restaurants. They are small elements, but effective in helping to create a peaceful mood. Note the draped mesh curtains at the dining table on the left, and also note the wavy door pools on the right. Just a dash of peace emotion makes a big difference in the quality of the space. Let's sum up this lecture. To reinforce your already established image for the store you are designing, take into account the emotional effect of lines and shapes. These simple drawings appear to be consistent diagrams of various emotions. Try this out with your friends and coworkers. Ask them to draw a simple sketch of the 5 emotions we have explored here. See if you can get some confirmation of this concept. It worked for me. Then, if you can, reinforce the store image by creating the correct subliminal image. You will be doing your client a favor and advancing the success of your store.